Nox
Yo,
Holloway. Oh my
yo.
gosh. How you guys doing?
What's going on, man?
Yo, we are good.
Man, that was straight vibes. Where was that shop? Was that at somebody's backyard or what was going on there?
It's definitely somebody's backyard. I'm not sure who. It was a big field. It was a big field, very cold and very early in the morning, but it
It was
looks
in
Oh
a
nice.
it was in a
wow.
town called Leapers Fork, Tennessee, where they put Christmas hats on their alpacas and parade them through the town.
Oh my
That's what
gosh.
it's known for.
Wow.
Yes, true
Wow.
story.
So that was sunrise, not sunset. That's early in the morning.
Correct.
Wow.
Yes, very
Wow.
early.
How early did you guys get out there?
I think we woke up at 3:45 and then we
Oh,
got out there by like 5 a.m. We were there in the dark. Yeah.
yeah.
Sheesh. That's
Gotta
crazy.
do what you gotta do.
It
That's
was
the
early.
grind.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's so crazy. And then it's funny because my producer and friend was making fun of me for wanting a strap for a ukulele. I thought that was really cool. You guys got a ukulele
Yeah.
strap. It's more comfortable. Where'd you guys
Exactly.
find that at?
Yeah, so when we decided that, well, I didn't really decide that uke was gonna be the thing. It was more I tried to play guitar and wasn't very good at it, so I thought I'm gonna do ukulele instead. And we're about to shoot like this first thing that we were using it for, and I realized it's gonna be hard to just hold it. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a strap. And I went there, and there was nothing for a strap, obviously, because ukuleles aren't made to have a strap. So we had to get a guy like screw a thing into the bottom of it so that the strap could go on. Yeah. So
Yeah, he
I
thought
love
we
it.
handed him a ukulele and said, "Can you screw a strap button into this?"
Yeah.
And he looked at us like we had two heads. He's
No,
like,
I love it.
What do you mean?
Wait, where'd you go? Because I need to get one for mine, and I'm gonna have to endure
Guitar
the
Center,
judgment.
Yeah.
the like
Oh, okay,
guitar
cool.
maintenance guy at Guitar
Yeah.
Center will do it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So definitely writing that down. Gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well, can you guys introduce yourselves? Who do we have here? Each one of you two.
Yeah. So my name is Bryce Van Hook,
And I'm Parker Matthews.
and we are Nox Holloway. As you
Love
can see.
it. How'd you guys meet and then come up with the name Nox Holloway?
We met on the first day of college at Clemson University. We studied audio technology. And there's a lot of it's a small major at Clemson because Clemson's like a big engineering and business and like normal state school things. So audio technology is really small, and a lot of students like transfer into it their second or third year. So for us, we were the only two actually like true freshmen that showed up in our major on day one. So we
Wow.
bonded pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's super
Yeah.
cool. Any crazy?
And
oh,
wait,
go ahead.
was that? I was just gonna say in the major, like it's a lot of like live sound stuff, and so us being two freshmen and being like we wanted to learn this stuff so that we could make music, like not necessarily go into the live music scene, like backstage and working front of house and stuff. So that was another reason that it was kind of
Yeah, you guys were like, we're secretly here just learning how to make better music, not for others,
Precisely.
but for
And
us.
the unlimited studio access was a nice perk.
Perk.
Yeah,
Geniuses. I love the strategy game plan. You guys are made for each
Long
other.
game.
That's so dope. Any crazy freshman stories or, as you guys grew together, any crazy stories of bonding
Really?
that you guys remember?
I would probably say Mario Kart was our
Yeah.
best freshman memory.
Ooh.
We would get out of class in the afternoon and then we'd go play Mario Kart for like 3 hours in our dorm room, and then like
just all the time.
we might end up in the studio that night or whatever. But it was like so much Mario Kart and so much music making freshman year.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you guys play Super Smash Bros. Too, or who are your guys mains in Mario Kart as well?
I was a Birdo person. I used Birdo. It's a little out of the box.
Yeah.
Okay, out of the bird box for sure.
Yeah, I loved Peach.
Okay,
Or no, Daisy.
okay.
Sorry, Daisy. Peach or Daisy,
okay.
either one.
You said you gotta use
gotta
spice with it. You can't
Yeah,
be
they got a
basic.
swag to
No.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
add a swag to it. That's super dope. Well, how do you guys come up with the name Nox Holloway? It's not a part of either one of your names.
Yeah, so I think we'll talk about it more, but I was abroad in London last spring right before the pandemic started, and I lived on a road called Holloway Road, and I was supposed to be there from January to May, but instead I came back at the very beginning of March, and obviously, as everyone else was, we were just stuck in our house, so we were like, let's like start working on music. Because when I was there, we weren't really working on anything. Nox Holloway didn't even exist yet. We were called the Rocketeers, and we had put out a project and a couple songs, but it wasn't anything crazy. And then after I came back, it was like, all right, so we're back, got nothing to do, so let's just start working again. We weren't really planning on working when I was in London, and we ended up making the song that helped us find our manager in like April or something like that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even supposed to be home yet. So kind of
Huh.
homage to like that being like a point of symmetry in our career, I guess, a point of change. And then so Holloway was like a word that we were centered around, and then we were thinking of some Latin words that just sounded cool.
Yeah,
and
Nox is Latin for night.
Nox.
So
yeah, it just sounded cool.
Yeah.
Night Holloway, I love it. And you guys were out there
Yeah.
at like 3 a.m. at night.
That's already right.
true to the
It's
name.
in the brand.
I love it. I love it. Well, Parker, you play 10 instruments. Which are
Yes.
some of your favorite to play? That's crazy. That's obnoxious.
Okay, so yeah, so I started as a percussionist, not even a drummer. Like I started as like a true
Wow.
percussionist. So that came with like marimba, xylophone, snare drum, bass drum, and timpani. That was like the big focus in like middle school and high school. And then I started in drumline, which was like I would march
Wow.
quad drum. I don't know if you've seen like they
The
have
movie?
like 6 drums. Yeah, well, kind of like the movie, but those drummers that carry around like 6 drums and they're like going
Yeah.
all like this and everything.
Yeah.
I was like big. I was like marching in like top 20 drum lines, top 15 drum lines in the world on that.
Wow.
So that was another instrument I went heavy on. And then kind of like when I learned music theory, I transferred my like xylophone skills to piano. So
Yeah.
I've been playing piano, and then there was like a little mandolin stretch in there. I like
Yeah.
I was like I had like a bluegrass phase, and I loved playing mandolin. And
Yeah.
then finally, when the pandemic shut us all down and we were all inside all day, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be moving to Nashville, Tennessee. I'm inside all day. I probably should learn how to play guitar.
Yeah.
So that has
Which-
been guitar and
Yeah.
bass have kind of been the last like year and a half.
Which probably
bass
came
a little
across
bit.
easy because you already played string instruments like mandolin and piano theory. It's like you can
Right,
combine
exactly.
the
So
two.
knowing the music theory,
Yeah.
knowing the music theory like really helped me pick up guitar
Yeah.
pretty quickly, enough to play it on our records and everything. And actually, I just played it in the live set that you watched. So
Wow.
I can do enough now. But yeah,
Wow, that's great. Did you actually like the Drumline movies? I'm curious because
well,
you're a top drummer. I'm wondering how accurate was that?
so I it's a different style of drumming. Like the movies are very like HBCU show band, which is really dope.
Yeah.
But in terms of like and I think that showmanship is represented really well in the movies, but in terms of like the actual drumming and like the way it's structured, it's very dramatized. But it's fine. I didn't hate the movie.
For sure. I'll tell my friend Jordan Calloway. I went to college with him. He was actually the lead actor in Drumline too. So
That's
I'll tell
sick.
him he needs to act.
Yeah.
Pick up your drumming.
That's so sick.
No, that's super dope though. Like top 15 in the wow.
Yeah.
So who are some of your favorite drum inspirations?
So there's this drummer. His name is Keelan Tobia. I started watching. He's like he's like one of the marching guys. And he was like a huge inspiration. But I love Scott Johnson, who like is sort of that area of drummers. And then Tommy Igoe is really great. Steve Gadd, I love. Ringo, I think, was a trailblazer. Ringo Starr, of course. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I know like
Classics.
my old roommate was a drummer, and he made me truly appreciate like metal drumming just because of like the double kicking and everything. And he also was on the show Stomp, so like he was a good drummer.
So like, sick.
Yeah, I was like, wow, like I really appreciate drummers, and I fell in love with like Tony Roten Jr. And stuff, people in that lane. So definitely respects for the pocket that you have, sir. So
appreciate
it. Bryce,
appreciate it.
Bryce, any Nico Ain asks, are there also any cool stories or a musical experience from your time in London?
Yeah, so there are a lot of public pianos in London. So that was cool. There's just a few. Like, there's one in this like train station, and there's one in this like market. And every time I saw one, I was like, this is before I performed in front of anyone, so I was still hella nervous. So I was like, I'm in London, I just got to do it. And then I was in Paris with my friends. I played what's the I love you wise men say?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, the pipes.
Yeah, but
Hey.
I played that on ukulele in Paris, which was cool. But it was more just like with my friends and like just messing around. Nothing like planned or commercial or anything like that. So
Yeah, man.
but I would
love that
be
song.
like, we had like small dorm rooms, like super small, and I brought my mic with me. I couldn't bring my speakers or anything, obviously, because I had them in my suitcase, and then I had to take them out because they weighed too much. But and I recorded a few songs, but it was more just like demo, like my own stuff, like hip hop and stuff like that. It wasn't anything we were doing. So those are still on my computer, which is cool because they'll probably never come out. But it's songs that I recorded in London in a dorm room with
helped
the
you
sock
build
over the mic. So
yeah, it's practice. It helps you get those 10,000 hours that you need to be the excellent artist that you guys are today. And that's so cool. Did you guys see Crazy Rich Asians? Because I love that iconic moment when that song comes out and there's a tear that comes down my face. I don't know why, but every time it's just
my parents love that movie.
I love it.
It's so good.
You guys have a ukulele or a piano nearby? You guys want to jam for us for a little bit?
Yeah, I do have a uke.
Oh shoot! Oh, maybe you guys can play that song or something. Play an original too.
I have to turn my mic off to play the piano.
I can just do what? Camp Falling in Love.
Oh yeah! Let me show you why I got the big bucks.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna have to tune it up a little bit. So what's another thing about this is that I've always like tried to play piano. Like I didn't take lessons when I was younger. Like I'm not classically trained or anything like that. But the only reason I got into uke is because my cousin got a ukulele. It's like $60.
Oh wow!
And she never used it, and so she gave it to me. And so I was like, okay, I'll try. And I like took videos of me. No, this is a different one that I got. The other one I still have in my room, but it's like it stays in tune for about 2 seconds and it's out.
Yeah, it's this one too. That's why I don't play it a lot.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks nice though.
Thank you.
All right, so. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can tell falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can tell falling in love with you? Let's see if I remember the chord. Like the river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. If I can tell, falling in love with you.
We've never done
my
that
gosh,
before.
that was my god, on the fly. That was so fire. Oh my gosh, they did not prepare that, guys. They did not prepare that. That was on the fly. And the tasteful pocket in there. I see you on the tambourine.
The backbeats are important, okay?
It was so important. I was like, oh, this I see why you grabbed it. I was like, okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh.
I only
reverb off.
Oh, I kind of like it. I only learned that song to play it for my mom on FaceTime. I never thought that I would play it more than that. So there we go.
Oh man, well, I'm so glad it came up naturally. But let's talk about your original music. You guys, your debut EP. If the World Didn't Spin So Much was just released a couple months ago. Tell us about the EP and the story behind it.
So it's 7 songs on there. The title comes from the last song on the record. It's called Melt Clocks. And there's a line in the pre-chorus that says, "If only the world didn't spin so much." So that's the title. We made Separate Ways. Separate Ways was the first single that came out, and we made that. That was the first song we made on there, actually. And then from then it was like I would say like a year, a little over a year and a half of like creation and mix and master and video shooting and everything to like make it a project, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, we made Separate Ways in April of, that was the first song we made for, was April of 2020. And then The Reds was the last one that we made. And that was in like February of this year.
Yeah.
So it was interesting because the first song we made, Separate Ways, we made before Nox Holloway even existed. I mean, we were us, but Nox Holloway as a name and as an entity
Wasn't a
did not
brand,
exist.
yeah.
So it's what's really interesting about the project is like it feels cohesive, but it was really made like all the songs were made in completely different points of like progression over a full year almost. So it's just cool. Like when we listen to it, we think of the different sections of that year that they were created in. And hopefully they don't feel separated, but it's interesting to look back at it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, we're always growing as artists, so it's cool to look back and
100%.
reflect on like, wow, this is where we were at the beginning of the year, and this is where we are at the end of the year, and it's cool to
absolutely.
see that you guys do the same. Well, wow, if only the world didn't spin so much, we would have more time with Nox Holloway. That is their debut EP, guys. We're gonna drop the links again. Do you guys have anything you want to say to your fans before you head out?
We're just we feel like we're kind of just getting started, so we're excited to have these great opportunities and meet some people and hang out, and we're just excited for everything.
And want to say thank you for listening and coming to the shows that we've done. Hopefully we'll be doing more next year, so we'll see them there, but really appreciate all the love on everything so far. So
yes, love it. Well, thank you guys, Nox Holloway, for being on School Night. It was utter pleasure hearing you guys. Your vibes, your stories, as well as your music is just phenomenal. So thank you guys for being on School Night, and it was a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Jayo.
Appreciate you, man.
Definitely.
Thank you.
All right, well, have a good night out there on the East Coast.
We'll do it. It's getting dark already.
It's afternoon, but we'll be keeping up with you for sure. All right, well,